14 of the Dollar Bets podcast. My name is James, alongside my good friend Kevin. Congratulations, brother, man.
Thanks,
on a
man.
nice little bachelor party out here in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Before we get going, why don't you tell us about one of our best sponsors?
All right. Real talk. It's March Madness, which means you told yourself you were going to casually watch a few games. Now it's day 3 or day 2. You haven't blinked in 6 hours. Your bracket is in shambles, and you're somehow locked into a Mountain West game like your life depends on it. And let me guess, you're exhausted. Yeah, no kidding. That's why you need to get your hands on Aspire Energy, because it's one of those sugar-loaded crash in 20 minutes. It's not one of those sugar-loaded crash in 20-minute drinks that leaves you feeling like you just lost a double overtime bad beat or the Santa Clara game like yesterday. Aspire is clean energy, no sugar, no crash, just straight juice to keep you locked in from 12:15 tip all the way to 10:45. We're talking you miss one possession and suddenly your under's cooked. You blink one time and your 14 seed just hit a buzzer beater. You can't afford that. Aspire keeps you dialed, focused, ready to scream at the TV like you actually know what a good closeout is. So while your bracket is falling apart in real time, at least your energy doesn't have to. Go grab some Aspire Energy and use promo code DollarBets for 20% off. That's 20% off, which is somehow still better odds than your Final Four right now. Aspire Energy, stay sharp, stay locked, and for the love of God, stop picking the 12 seeds that everybody is going on Twitter.
I mean, yeah, outside of what, High Point?
Outside of High Point, there was really nothing.
Which I think was probably the most talked about one.
And they hit.
Only because they can shoot the lights out.
Well, that was like a couple of years ago when there was James Madison against Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's the same. It's literally the same exact kind of breakdown.
Yeah,
that guy just, no matter where he shot from three,
yes,
he pulled up from half court like it was nothing. And his not an arc shot; it's like a missile.
Yes,
and it's just net nothing, and that doesn't even move.
Yeah, no,
this guy, and he can't hit a 2-point shot except for to win the game, which is insane for him. That being his first field goal of the year. That's not
his first field goal of the year is a 2-pointer on a layup.
You can't win the game.
You can't make it up.
No, you can't make it up. But as you guys have seen the last couple of days in our Discord, it's been kind of
bleak. We've been getting our asses kicked.
Yeah, asses are getting handed. Luckily, the parlay I hit yesterday saved my ass.
Yep.
There's a couple games that the Santa Clara game not covering the first half over when they shot, I think 50%, 60% in the first 4 minutes.
I don't know. That was my first missile of the day.
Yeah,
didn't hit.
And it looked great in the first 5 minutes. I think we were at 22 points or whatever.
Yeah, and then I had Santa Clara money line, and that went down. So started off Thursday. We got to the one sports book and we had everything. And, it's like you look at everything and you're like, how can this lose?
Yeah.
How can any of this lose?
Oh.
And everything lost.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the VCU game, we probably would have went 0-35.
Which I feel like we were owed that. I feel like we absolutely 100%. Owed that for what we've been kind of going through, trying to make some crazy calls. But at the end of the day, I think it's starting to realize that a lot of these teams, we're not going to get the upsets as we used to do.
No.
Because of the NIL money. It's just like these teams are too talented. These teams are – even the Santa Clara-Kentucky game, Santa Clara probably should have won that game.
Yeah.
But, the talent that the Kentucky guy has drilling half-court threes to tie the game and send it to overtime, a lot of that is NIL money. And these guys, big programs
that was just luck. That's just fate. That's God just putting his hands on the ball and yep, you're going in. Yeah. It's just there was nothing you could do about it.
Which was crazy the way that it just banked in. Because so we're at the book and the Santa Clara guy hits the 3 and we all go nuts because we have money line.
Yep.
We're all dancing. Everybody in the sports book's going nuts. And then I'm grabbing Kevin. I'm like, Kev, wait. And then all of a sudden the guy, what's his name? Oa? You or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, something. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, him. And I was like, wait, Kev. And then you just see the ball just go, and everyone was just like, no!
Yeah, the whole thing went down. and I still had money line, and I don't know why I didn't do it. I looked right at you before halftime started, and I'm like, Kentucky's going to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, it just felt like that.
It's just demoralizing. When you're the team that's on the opposite side of a half-court buzzer beater to go into overtime, always take the other team to win. Like, because that other team was in they're doing the Cobra, like walking off the court like this. It's just –
especially a low-seeded team like that, because you put so much energy in in those two halves, like just to beat them.
Yeah.
And then you get the lead, and you think it's an insurmountable, like, there's nothing that could happen, and that kind of shit happens. It's very demoralizing. So that was a easy, good call after that, because they just smoked them after that. So
yeah, and then we fired off some more games. Yesterday, what really saved me was I had a really big bet on the Purdue Purdue Queens first half over.
Oh God!
And that would have, if that didn't hit, it would have been awful.
We're climbing out of a fucking hole if that's the case.
Yeah, I looked at him and we're getting ready to leave the sports book, and I'm like, if this doesn't hit, we might be in shambles. And the guy hits a 3, cashes the over. We get the hell out of there and reloads for today.
Yeah.
I had a nice hit on the slots last night for like 1,000. So
we got some money back there.
Yeah,
but recapping like the whole 2 days is like what I said before. It's just outside of a one team now of a upset, the Cinderellas are kind of gone.
Yeah,
and it sucks because who's the guy in Oakland? I forgot his name, but the guy who hit 300 threes.
Oh, Golke.
Thank you. Like we don't get that now.
You got the guy on High Point.
Yeah, I guess that's the closest thing. But Golke was like, I feel like he was a well-known kind of guy.
Yeah, but listen,
he did it for 3 games straight.
But that's the thing. You got to get hot. This guy on High Point,
he doesn't miss.
He's literally 132 of 136 from 3. Like,
how does he? I don't even know how that's possible.
From 3. Like, it's just.
Can I find the games where he missed the 4 shots? Because I kind of.
I think it was all one game.
It has to be one game because this guy does not miss.
I don't know. It's just when you dive deeper into these tournaments, it's, and like you said before, the NIL has a huge part in factoring into these teams not being as good as those higher echelon teams.
Yeah.
So it's like the flashy play is to always try to find the upset pick. And even these books now are starting to do it. Like, we like DraftKings, we have the king of the dog. We have the, FanDuel. Oh, if your team gets up by 10, we're going to cash you out and stuff like that. Where it's like, it's awesome, enticing you to take these bigger dogs because they even know they don't have a shot. There's no chance in hell that they're going to win. Yeah. So it's Wright State came close yesterday with Virginia. And outside of that, I don't think there was anybody else that was Furman, kind of, but that's only because UConn didn't have 2 of their starters. But like what we said, though, UConn didn't have 2 of their starters and still won by almost double digits.
Yeah.
So it's, and like I said before, though, you have a lot of these teams now that have made it that were bid stealers from these the Belmonts, the UNCWs. If those teams made it, Maybe we could see upsets because they were better. But when these conference tournaments come in and one of these teams like a Campbell that beat UNCW, they get hot at the right time, they knock them off. So it sucks, but
it makes the conference tournaments even more important, though.
Yes.
And that's what I think they want that more. Not that, they know March Madness is in their pocket.
Of course.
There's nothing's ever going to beat that. But these conference tournaments are now starting to get more steam now because these lower end bid teams that get hot at the right time are starting to get into the tournament and drawing more attention to these conference tournaments. Yeah. This is the most I've been involved in a conference tournament in my life before the actual March Madness.
Conference tournaments, and I've always said this, they're so much more better than the actual tournament itself. That's a hot take if you want to use that. But you have literally for like a week and a half a stretch where you have games firing on all cylinders. The upset. You want to talk about Cinderellas? Upsets are in the conference tournaments now.
Yeah.
Like
it's transitioned straight to that.
Yes, you go to like the MEAC or the WAC or the MAC even and the Mountain West, like you want to find a Cinderella, that's how you're going to find it.
I agree.
Because you're not going to find it here. It's done.
No, you maybe get the one round. You get the high point against Wisconsin, but
but even then, that's a 12 seed. Yeah. So it's not like
we've seen that. We've seen that.
People say they're like, oh, a 12 seed. That's still a Cinderella. But for me, it's like we've seen it like 4 years from now. Like I feel like the 12 seed is almost like the 11, where it's like it's just like that cutoff where the last 4 in, those are the 11s. And then it's like the best mid-major teams are the 12s.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. And then we don't get the 4 teams over the 3s anymore. No. We barely get the 15. We never really get 16 over 1. But
well, it was funny because we started to get a 16 over a 1 a couple times.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden before the NIL money came in again.
Yes.
So we may never see that again until somebody says F it.
No, and I told you this before, where it's this March Madness is almost like it's almost like a tryout.
Yeah.
You're putting yourself out there for these bigger teams to be like,
ooh,
oh,
like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like if that kid Chase Johnson has another year of eligibility, you're meaning to tell me that Duke, Michigan, Florida, Alabama, somebody's not going to be knocking on their door going like, hey, why don't you come play for us? We'll give you
sit in the corner over there and we'll just pass you the ball. Or even the kid from BYU. Like
Debanza. Yeah. If he comes back, he better leave. I'm sorry.
He's gonna leave. I don't see him coming right back to BYU.
Dude, I see that kid. Like if he goes like
a monster.
I look at that kid and I'm like, he either needs to be in the SEC or the Big, like another team in the Big 12. Yeah. Not BYU.
No.
Like Arizona, Houston, Kansas, one of those teams.
I agree.
But before we get into today's games and dive deeper into that, why don't you tell everybody about our friends over there at Pins and Aces?
We got it. Folks, it's that time of the year. TVs are on 24/7. Your bracket's already busted, as you saw as I ripped that up. By a 12 seed you pretended to know about, and you got absolutely zero business checking your bank account after the first weekend. That's right. It's March Madness. And while you're sweating out a plus 3.5 or 8 seconds left, let me ask you something. What are you wearing? Because if you're still rocking that stiff, crusty country club polo from 2009, you're down bad. That's where our guys at Pins and Aces come in. Listen, Pins and Aces isn't your dad's golf brand. This is high-quality, ridiculously comfortable gear that looks just as good in a sports book as it does on the course. We're talking polos so clean you can hit a tee time at noon, catch a parlay at 3, and walk into a bar at 7 like you just went 6 for 6 on your bracket, even if you went 1 for 6, but no one's really going to know that. And the best part, you don't even need to be good at golf. Half of us stink. Actually, half of us are terrible. Doesn't matter. You look like a pro, and that's 90% of the battle. So while you're riding the emotional roller coaster of March Madness, buzzer beaters, bad beats, and pretending you knew that mid-major all along, do yourself a favor. Upgrade the fit. Head over to Pins and Aces and use promo code VALABETS for 21% off. That's 21%, which is coincidentally about your chances of hitting that 8-leg parlay you just cooked up. Pins and Aces, look good, feel good, and maybe, just maybe, your bracket won't completely implode before day 3. No promises, though.
Yeah, mine will be gone.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I mean, for today's game, it's a good one to start.
Yeah, St. Louis, Michigan.
St. Louis and Michigan. So we're going to put it in the cord. We're both on the over for that.
I'm both on the over. Oh, yeah, both on the over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to give out first half over.
Yeah.
And I'm on St. Louis. I think that they can keep this somewhat close. Michigan might pull away at the end. But St. Louis is one of those teams where it's like they'll be down by 20. They hit 2 threes. You're like, okay, we're getting close to that number. And maybe they do a backdoor cover. It's a big spread. It's 12.5. But a lot of these games are going to be first initial reaction where, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
People see Michigan in their first game. They see St. Louis in their first game flomp Georgia, which is they are not good. They were way overseeded. I told you, them in Texas, they should have been flipped.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that Georgia won that last game against Alabama, which pushed them up in the SEC tournament. Yeah. Texas lost to Ole Miss, so they were pushed to that play-in game. Georgia, the next week, they lost to Ole Miss. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if you flip them, Georgia or Texas would have been playing St. Louis, and Georgia would have been in the play-in game.
Absolutely.
So I think what people are going to see is they're going to see how much St. Louis score they put up, which is what scares me about taking them plus 12.5. because the public just always seems to push these lines a certain way, and it alters them where it's like you're looking at it and you're like, wow, this team's only 7.5 when they should be 10.5.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go and I'm going to hold my nose and just take the St. Louis plus 12.5 and hope that they backdoor cover.
Yeah. I mean, out of all the games that I've kind of seen so far, I went through, I should say, last night while I was watching Miami win, which, shout out to my squad. After UNC basically, choked their asses off. I think I'm on Michigan State minus 4.5 easy against Louisville.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a beatdown.
Really?
I don't like Louisville. I don't like the way they play. I think they got extremely lucky against South Florida. They shot 5 of 30 from 3. I think it was even worse than that, to be honest with you. 5 of 30 from 3, and they almost blew that game anyway. So a team that's at least well-rounded in Michigan State, Izzo and March.
Yeah.
I know.
It's Izzo.
It's Izzo. And I think they probably would have had a struggle more so with South Florida in the way they shoot threes compared to Louisville. I feel like they can match up better with them. So I think that's going to be one of my best bets for sure is Michigan State covering that 4.5.
Okay. I'm on the over. I'm probably going to be on a lot of the overs.
I'll take that too.
I'm not really on a side, but if I had to lean, maybe I'll go Michigan State second half. Michigan State is a very good team if they're trailing at halftime to come back and win. They're like at a 58% probability of coming back compared to Louisville's at like a 20% probability. Like Louisville, time and time again this year, when they've shown that they've been down at halftime, they can't come back to win.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do Michigan State's second half line.
So I'm wondering if, depending on what those odds look like, because that might be, a great bet. If somehow Louisville's in the game and up, let's say by 3 by Michigan State or 4, the live line right there is probably going to be minus 160 for Michigan State to win that game.
Probably.
Maybe minus 140. So that second half might be a plus 110. So that fits into your narrative, fits into my narrative that Michigan State's a better team. So if they're down by half by any means, if Michigan State is down by half by any means, look at that live line at the halftime mark, like you said, because you might get plus money, but you might also get a nice little spread too. Who knows what it looks like.
And if you like Michigan State the whole day, you like the 4.5. The first half is minus 2.5, right? Let's say they're up big, okay? They're up big at half. And then that live line for the second half is Michigan State minus, 6.5.
Yeah.
You can go over to one of the props and do spread for both halves. Right now, Michigan State for both halves, minus 2.5 is plus 290.
It's not a bad bet.
If you love Michigan State that much, the whole day, you might as well just hit the 290 because there's a chance they could be up by 8, and their live line for the second and a half is minus 5.5 or something. Yeah. And you got a better number. You got 3 points of a better number.
Yeah, I agree. No, that's good. I think we're kind of lockstep about what that game is. TCU and Duke.
I'm on Duke. I think Duke beats the shit out.
I think so too. I think that Siena shit was just more we don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. Let's go to the second round.
Let's just get to the second round already.
Yes, 100%.
Shout out to Siena. They bowled their ass off. I got it. That 6-minute drought of not scoring just ended any kind of hope because I think they were tied with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So if they even score maybe 3 points, 4 points in that 6 minute span, we maybe talk about something different here.
Yes.
But
100%.
But I think Duke kind of just didn't, the coach said it best. The guy outcoached him like crazy.
Yeah.
I think he just came in there.
Jerry McNamara was coaching for a job.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of these teams do. Like I said to you before, those Cinderella teams, players are in there for an open tryout.
Auditions.
Coaches are in there for an audition.
Yep.
And McNamara should be the head coach of Syracuse. Played there, and I think he is.
Next one, Houston, Texas A&M.
I don't have any read on this. I'm just going to go first half over and pray to God. It's 66.5. I'm just going to – that's a play where I'm I know it's ugly.
I don't know why I want to take the 10.5 for Texas A&M.
I don't hate it. I mean, I think they might stay close.
I mean, they kind of just buried St. Mary's, but weren't they missing their guy, the main guy? St. Mary's, was somebody hurt? Maybe if he was, maybe I've read that wrong.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they seem to just handle St. Mary's.
I was just business. Never on St. Mary's to begin with. I think they're frauds. They were frauds.
They're always in there, and they always get smoked.
Yep.
All right, so we'll kind of go past that. Texas Gonzaga.
I'm on Texas.
I think I'm on Texas. It's a plus 6.5.
Yep. I said to you before the show started, Sean Miller against the spread in the round of 32 is 9-0.
9-0.
I don't see him losing. I think, and we said this before, there's always that 111 seed that's in the play-in that makes a deep run. We saw it with UCLA a few years ago. I think Texas is going to make a deep run. They're very underseeded.
Yeah.
They're better than what they say they are. They've beaten a lot of good teams this year. They've beaten Florida. They've beaten Alabama. They've beaten all these SEC teams.
Yeah.
Give me them against Gonzaga. I don't think Gonzaga is very good this year. I think they just benefited off of having a terrible schedule. So they always have like that 30-win season. So I'm going to go Texas.
What I think I'm going to do also is keep going where my money's been pushing towards, and that's the under in the game.
Yeah.
I don't like taking unders normally, but Gonzaga under has been like a cash cow apparently this year. And the spread the line is always high because people look at Gonzaga, they're like, oh, they can score. But they like to play a slower paced game, even though they can shoot the lights out. Yeah. But they like taking their time. There's not a lot of transition there. So I with you on Texas plus 6.5, and also I'm going to take the under as well. I think it's like 148 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So, let's see what's next with VCU, Illinois. I feel like this could be the beatdown.
I'm on Illinois first half minus 6.5.
6.5.
I think they just come out and they just instill dominance.
Yeah.
And they're a
much better team. I think VCU has extorted a lot of energy coming back in that game.
Yeah, give me 6.5 on the first half.
Yeah, I might just take them to the whole game, honestly. Vandy, Nebraska. This is probably like the closest spread game of the day.
Yeah, pick them really like plus 1.5. I hate it. I'm on Nebraska.
Yeah. I'm just going to go Vandy because I just hate Nebraska.
Vandy's the better team.
Yeah.
Nebraska, they got their first tournament win. Congrats. But I think, and I know that the right side is Vanderbilt, but I will sacrifice losing to have Nebraska out of the tournament. Don't like Nebraska. Don't want them in it anymore. So I will bet on Nebraska.
Well, if you hit on Nebraska, that means we have to do everything we don't like.
Exactly.
For the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm going to stay on Vandy because I just like I don't hate an over in this as well because Vandy games seem to be a scoring fest.
Yeah.
So I might just take that. And I think which could be the game of the day in High Point, Arkansas.
Yes.
It sucks that it's at 10 o'clock at night, but I can't believe fucking that game's at 10 o'clock at night. High Point, Arkansas. I think this could be a good run back with Acuff with his threes again.
Right now, 4 threes is plus 185. Chase Johnson for High Point, 3 threes is plus 165. Parlay those together, it's plus 570.
Okay, what's the max they both can get?
The max they both can get right now, Acuff is at 7 for plus 2,200. And Chase Johnson 5 for plus 1,300.
All right, put them together. What do we got?
We got 10 to win $2,000.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
So
I'm doing it.
You might as well.
Yeah.
That's the game. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna root for points.
Yeah.
I'm gonna root for points. I'm gonna root for threes.
I'm gonna root for Acuff.
And then hopefully we cash out big. I'm gonna put 100 on it for $20,000.
Fuck yeah.
So
let's do it.
That's what I'm going
That's
with.
Gonna be
and as we speak, it goes up.
It really did. Holy shit.
So
that's plus 27.
Give me a profit boost.
With a profit boost plus 32,000. I love it. We're gonna take it. So we got tomorrow's games too. Let me go over that quick. You want to talk to our boys about coffee, or you want to go?
Yeah, let me tell you about our friends over there. All right. We need to talk, okay? Which means it's March Madness, which means you told yourself you'd watch a couple games, and now it's 11:52. You've got one eye open. Your bracket is absolutely in ruins, and you're still sweating a meaningless game like it's Game 7 in the finals. You're exhausted, your brain is fried, and your betting decisions are getting questionable. That's when Strong Coffee Company comes in, because it isn't your average gas station coffee that tastes like burnt sadness and regret. This is clean, functional coffee packed with protein, low sugar, smooth energy, the kind of stuff that keeps you locked in without turning you into a jittery psychopath yelling at a missed free throw, which is me all day. Hit your free throws. Early game, we're talking early games covered, midday slate dialed, late night degenerate specials. You're still sharp. No crash, no nonsense, just sustained energy so you can actually think before you hammer another can't lose parlay that absolutely can lose. And the best part, you don't even have to brew anything. No machines, no waiting, no barista attitude. Just grab it and go. So while your bracket is falling apart and your group chat is roasting you about taking a 13 seed to the Elite Eight, at least you'll have the energy to defend yourself. Go grab Strong Coffee Company and use dollar bets, 20% off. That's 20% off, which is somehow better return than you've been betting all week. Strong Coffee Company. Wake up, lock in, and maybe, just maybe, one smart bet this tournament.
Coffee.
One game at a time.
The free throws things is always hysterical in the middle of the sports book. Just Kevin literally is just screaming, hit your free throws. It's the best thing in the world.
You've been playing basketball your whole life. It's the easiest shot you can make. There's nobody there. You're wide open. Make your free throws.
And then literally just, it's so funny because it's always quiet.
It's quiet, and I scream it when he misses. I scream it.
And you hear people laughing in the back because he just hear, hey, your fucking free throws.
It's just, it mind boggles me. I don't understand it.
It's awesome. So tomorrow, Miami, Purdue. You know what I'm doing.
Purdue?
You know what I'm doing.
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, I'm on Miami. Don't care. Fuck Purdue. I'll take the spread though.
But, I'm on the over.
All right.
Purdue scored like 80 points in the second half yesterday.
Well, here's another thing too. Where's the game played? It's on the west side, right?
Believe so.
All right, so maybe that's not as bad. But these games are played at night, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, they're playing at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
If they're on the west region, that's 9 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah, they're on the west.
So a full day of rest, it can't be 9 o'clock in the morning there. It's a west region. I don't know where the hell it's played. Oh, it's in St. Louis. I'm an idiot. So it's an hour. So it's an
hour away.
So it's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a slog. I feel like a first half under is a perfect play there for some reason.
And I'm on the over.
There you go. So, I mean, in the whole game itself?
The whole game itself, I'm on the over.
Okay. So then the second half, I could definitely see that like pushing it back over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw today. They scored 100 points in the second half.
Yeah, yesterday they scored 100. They barely scored 77, which was the first half total. In the second half alone, the final score was 175 total. They scored 100 points in the second half combined. So give me the over.
Yeah. Kentucky, Iowa State. I feel like Iowa State beats them down.
Yeah.
Iowa State seems to be on a yeah.
They lost their best player. Kentucky right now is probably going to be riding a high because they should not have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
The line is only 4.5.
Well,
because the best player.
Exactly.
Give me Iowa State still.
Yeah.
That's a rat line. That's just telling you like.
To be honest, they look the best I've seen them, even with the guy out.
I know it's almost like a JT Toppin situation.
Yeah. So I'm definitely on that.
Yep.
Coffee. St. John's, Kansas. Kansas is the underdog.
Kansas is plus money.
Yeah.
This is a hard one.
Yeah, I'm not.
I might
sure
have to. I might have to wait and see how this line moves.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to move towards Kansas. I think this is an overreaction to how good St. John's played against Northern Iowa, but let's be real. Northern Iowa shouldn't have even won their tournament. Like they were like the 7 or 8 seed in their conference tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they were the Northern Iowa team from 10 years ago when they were really good.
Yeah.
They just hit a stride at the right time. I might be on Kansas money line. It's plus 140.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how the day goes. It's tomorrow mid-afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I'll go back and I still don't know where I'm going to go with it. I mean, the spread's at a good amount of numbers to think about taking either or.
Yeah.
But like if it was like 5 or 6, then I probably would have just have Kansas with those points.
Yeah.
But being that it's only 3, I might have to just wait and see kind of where the money goes towards it and see what I'm going to take.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, Virginia.
I might be on first half under.
I'll take whatever you want to take there because I hate both teams.
I might be on first half under. The line right now is 64.5.
Yeah. Okay.
It's really low, but initial reaction, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, Virginia got the crazy shooting game out of their system against Wright State. Wright State was shooting like crazy too, so that over was probably easy.
Yes.
But no one saw that coming. Virginia's defense was just going to shut them down.
Yeah.
Virginia is like, okay, wow, we actually have to make shots to win this game.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, everything changed to that. Florida, Iowa.
I'm on Florida.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that. Like, listen, 10.5 might be too low. Like, I think this line should be like 15, 18.
Yeah.
Florida's just so good.
They really are, and they got the ginormous guy in the middle. That just you see the picture of him next to the guy who's 6'8".
Yeah, the guy's
he's looking straight up. God, what a difference. So yeah, I'm with you on Florida, Utah State, Arizona. I think I'm on Arizona to wipe them out.
Yeah, I'm on first half over 73.5. I think of that game, I might just take the over in the first. Just I don't know. I can't really fully trust Utah State to keep the pace with Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think Arizona maybe just blows them out in the first half. The line in the first half is 6.5. Maybe I'll just go with that again, like I'm doing with Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm leaning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Arizona just to smack them. I think they're just too good.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA, UConn. This could be an interesting game.
This all depends on if UConn's players are playing.
Yeah.
If their starters are playing, I'm hammering UConn. If they're not, it might be UCLA. UCLA is a very good team. So it really all depends on what happens between right now and then tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
When we finally get the update on if they're playing. But initial reaction is UCLA.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm the same. I'm on the same thing with you on that. I just don't know what I'm going to really do because I feel like if they play, then the over's in play. But I feel like if they don't play, then the under's in play as well.
Mm-hmm.
So because UCLA likes to play a little slow.
Yes.
They saw yesterday with UCF. Although UCF yesterday missing 12, 13 free throws is just out of this world.
Make your free throws.
But they were never good to begin with. I don't know. Maybe we just look too much into the talent itself.
Yeah.
The last game of the whole weekend, Texas Tech and Alabama.
Rooting for points.
Just points on that.
Just rooting for points. Right now, Bama comes out as an underdog. They're plus 100.
Yeah.
I think by the time that game tips off, it's going to be flipped. I'm on points. I'm just going to root for points in these last 2 games today and tomorrow. And I really don't see a lot of parity today. I think a lot of these top seeds are going to dominate.
Yeah.
But we're going to be cooking up some parlays.
Mm-hmm.
All of our bets are going to be in the socials. Make sure you have your notifications on for that. Right now we haven't been good, so the only way to go is up. You can fade us if you want. You can tell us. I don't care. I'm not hurt. Make money any way you can.
Absolutely.
So that's what we're here for.
Well, I will say that the tournament has been exciting. Not crazy, but exciting.
I'm hoping today that we get madness.
Yeah.
We want madness. We want madness.
Yeah.
Let it be today.
Well, I want it like this. It's either obviously we want all our bets to win. But if our bets are not going to win, then I want extreme chaos. I don't even want just madness. I want extreme chaos.
Yeah.
Extreme madness.
Give me give me
Michigan
the top
losing.
Seeds. Yes.
I
want Duke losing.
I want like some BS. Yeah, a boy in the John in the background. Big Duke fan. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I want that kind of shit.
Give me chaos.
Yeah,
I want everything.
Because that would, to me, make the tournament so much more enjoyable. Just to see two of these top 10 teams that brackets are legitimately busted.
And I don't know how, but knock on wood, every single future that I have on any team to win the tournament is still in play. They're still there. They're not matched up against each other. We have a chance. If we can get every future to the Elite Eight, we're looking good.
All right, good.
We're looking good. So,
in terms of scheduling wise for the rest of the week, we do have the baseball. I do have the baseball preview on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, more than welcome to join.
Yeah,
obviously, but up to you if we want to do a show on Monday to recap, or do we want to just wait till Friday?
We can probably wait until Friday because then that's when we're gonna have new lines coming out for the next upcoming games.
Well, the games will start on Thursday, right?
I believe they start on Thursday, so
Okay.
maybe we'll do a show Thursday night. I mean,
we'll
check.
I gotta look at the schedule. Well, there'll definitely be a 2 shows next week. Tuesday is saved for baseball
preview,
and then either Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Maybe not Thursday. Maybe Thursday works too. I don't know. Yeah, one of these days during the week we'll do where we just talk about the next round tournament games. Whether it be the Thursday to talk about Friday to recap Thursday and Friday, and then the Saturday, Sunday games that are to come. But Tuesday, I'm looking forward to Tuesday's show. I have a lot of interesting bets and hot takes, really.
Yeah, Sweet 16 is Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so then maybe we'll do a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll do Tuesday for baseball.
Wednesday for preview, recap.
Yep, and then we'll go into the next week. Maybe we'll do one Saturday morning again, just to recap the games, and then we'll go back to our normal schedule after that. Join me on Tuesday for the baseball preview, and let's hit our bets for today, brother.
Let's win everything.
Let's not go back home, but in a good way.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
I want to be making the next video in fucking San Diego or Cali or Vegas or some shit like that because we hit so well here.
Yeah. Hit that 3 for 32 grand.
32. All right, everybody. Have a great day today. Let's win our bets, and we will keep everybody updated with everything in the Discord. Love all you. Thank you, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. I think we're at 15K subs now.
Yep.
The road to 20, or the quest to 20. As you'll see, is very close. I would love to hit 50 by
the summertime.
By the summertime, that would be amazing. I would love to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. So the more people you guys send this out to, the more people subscribe.
Yep.
Help us out. Everybody who's been in here watching the whole time, we love you. Thank you again for everything, especially those people in the Discord. You guys have been the day oneers.
Yep.
And we cannot wait to
ride or dies.
Yep. We cannot wait to keep going with this with all of you, especially. So see you guys later. Talk to you in the Discord.
See ya.